With all the recent market turbulence, people are wanting safety, but what does that really mean? So when you think about safe investment, there is still risk with every investment. If you have cash on hand, you are technically risking, losing money to inflation. So there's risk inherently with just holding cash. So a lot of people go to that as safe or money under the mattress type deal, but you're losing money. So when I'm saying safe, I'm saying something that's going to provide you with a good long-term return and should typically be, in my opinion, one of the largest holdings in most people's portfolios. Let's talk about the safest investment vehicle that you can possibly use. So first things first is let's define safe. What does safe actually mean? Safe can mean a number of things to many people. So number one is safe could mean, no volatility, flat cash type vehicle. The problem is cash still has a risk, right? It's losing money to inflation. The purchasing power is going down through time. We've looked at many different historical charts where the US dollar has absolutely declined significantly since 1919 and so on and so forth. So when we talk about safe, that can mean a number of things, but when I'm talking about safe, I'm talking about a long-term positive return that you can bet on long-term. Now, is it guaranteed? No, nothing in the market is guaranteed. But if you're looking into your portfolio and trying to figure out, hey, where should I build that nest egg in? What should the bulk of this nest egg be? This is the vehicle that I believe is one of the best vehicles out there. And that is the US stock market fund. That is a total stock market fund. If I am with Vanguard, I might go with VTI as an ETF or VTSAX, which is I actually personally own. Or maybe a Fidelity fund, like FZROX. Depending on which broker you're with, it might vary. But at the end of the day, you're looking into a vehicle that encompasses the entire US stock market. I think if anybody's out there listening to this and they don't understand where to start investing, this is a great way to invest. You're simplified through index investing or ETF investing. You're not selecting a specific piece of the market. You're just buying the entire market. You dollar cost average in, meaning that you're betting on this, you're putting the same amount of money away on a scheduled period, let's say every 2 weeks typically, just like a 401k would typically be, and you're always putting that in whether the market's up, down, or sideways. This is going to guarantee you a great return long term. A quick stat, in 1930 and 1954, the Dow Jones was actually flat. So if you looked at the 1930 period and 1954, there was no return. But the big thing was there was a lot of volatility in between. And that volatility with somebody that dollar cost averages in actually made 11% during that time period. So it's important to understand volatility can be your best friend if you use it correctly. Why do I think VTI or VTSAX even would be a great safe vehicle and should be the bulk of most people's portfolio? I think it comes down to a few things. So number one, the US is dominant. The US is going to continue to produce, continue to innovate, and continue to win in a lot of different ways. Another one is the US market makes up 55% of the global market. So from a market cap perspective, which is different than GDP obviously, this is significant. This is something you need to pay attention to. Another thing when I say safe is there's going to be volatility with this game. That's natural. But as long as you're dollar cost averaging over the long haul for 20, 30, 40 years and decades, you're going to be fine. That's the biggest thing here, is making sure that you understand that dollar cost averaging, whether the market's up, down, or sideways, is very, very critical to the success of a long-term investor and being safe. Because if the market drops and somebody does sell, that's not necessarily safe. That's actually extremely risky because you're selling a losing investment, and that's the worst time to sell. Also, make sure you guys check my links below. They are free resources. Take advantage of those. Pause the video, go check those out. And also, hit the subscribe button for me. It means a lot to me and my family. All right, thanks for tuning in and hearing what the safest investment vehicle, in my opinion, is. Leave a comment below what you think is one of the best large diversifiers in a portfolio that you personally would have. And I'll see you guys in the next video.